morning, guys. Welcome back to the vlog. I'm picking this up right where I left you last vlog. And I just had a meeting with one of the contractors, and this one made me feel really good and really confident that we can not only tackle the kitchen and get it done before the baby comes, but also tackle the kitchen and I can get everything that I want within budget. Like, I hope, I think. Very early on, like, he just saw the renders of the design that I've been working on and like the details and things that I'm looking for. And obviously a lot of the things that I will take care of will come out of the budget. You know, like I will take care of like ordering our appliances, you know, because we want our refrigerator to be built in, and this one has doors, so I want it to look like cabinetry. So we're gonna do that, but we are gonna keep this fridge and use it in the garage as like, you know, a backup, and then sell that one. Try and sell the oven as well, but to be determined. But we actually want a larger oven, a 48-inch, you know, just kind of like upgrading the things that are already here. They are not new appliances in this house. When we bought it, we knew that, but they're not super old either. The one thing that is old is this old Thermador hood. We almost replaced it right when we moved in, but we were able to really clean it really well and kind of salvage it while we geared up to do the kitchen when we did that. So good, overall good meeting. You guys will hear a lot more when we get a little bit closer to all of that. And yeah, what's today? Tuesday. I'm almost 26 weeks pregnant. The bump is bumping now. I got some new clothes. I'm growing out of everything so quickly. You guys, like anything that gets tight, I just need like loose. This is like a jumpsuit that I got from Anthropologie. It's like super cute and comfortable. And I just put, because it's still kind of cold here, so I just put a sweater over it just to kind of layer it up. And I'm wearing like my little slides. So it's like super cute. I'm just going for cute and comfy. We're gonna do some things around the house because now that we're gonna gear into like renovating our kitchen, we have to remove everything from the kitchen. So we're kind of trying to figure out a place and how best to do that. Obviously, we are not gonna be able to cook anything for the next 3 months before we get back into the kitchen. So it's definitely gonna be an eat out kind of thing, but it will be good that we have our refrigerator in the garage so that we can have, you know, like fresh things. Like Kinsley's food stays frozen, which we'll need to keep. We'll have, you know, like some breakfast. I don't want to be completely out where we have to eat out for everything, but I want like, you know, bins inside for like dry snacks and things. And then I want outside, we want to have like, you know, like creamer for our coffee and, you know, some milk for maybe some cereal and some yogurt and my fruit. Like I've gotten very into like these routines and habits of things that I eat during pregnancy that I don't want to abandon. So it will be good that we have this. I definitely want to vault the ceiling in the kitchen, so if we can have the engineers stop by just to take a look at the roof line and up in the attic to see if we can remove the wall in the center and also vault the ceiling, that would be awesome. The engineer just came by to look structurally at this section of the house where we want to do the kitchen renovation. It's really the first step in determining if we can take down the center wall, and also can I create a pitched, vaulted cathedral roof. I know I said a lot of words. It's basically like a covered cathedral because I want it kind of chopped. It's very similar to our living room. I want the design to flow into the space. So he came by, got in the attic, he looked around, he looked at the roof line and just everything. One thing that he said that, you know, kind of just reiterated what I knew about this house when we were touring a whole bunch of homes and when we saw this house, was that this house was structurally well made. Which is so good. I mean, so good to hear, especially when you live in the land of earthquakes. He looked at everything and kind of like made his assessment, and he was like, it's relatively straightforward. And he said even like what we're gonna be able to gain, how it's gonna change the feeling, like making your ceilings taller. It is complicated in terms structurally. You need to make sure that it's to code and structurally sound, but can make such a huge impact on the way a space feels. And I just feel like being in here, these ceilings are 8 foot. This is the shortest portion of the house. and the other rooms are much taller. And so it's, except for, I think our bathroom, maybe our primary bathroom is the only thing that's like on the shorter side. So it's hard because I'm like, oh, we want to do this, you know, like really cool kitchen. And I have a lot of ideas, but like 8 foot doesn't really do it for me. Like I really want to get as high as I can. So good things so far. So that's really, really good. And I just love, like when I told Romeo when he left, I was like, I love when they talk to me, like engineers and contractors and stuff, because I learn so much every time. I learned so much about this area and what was addition, you know, they added on and how the load. And I love when they tell me things because I just like log them in my brain. I just love it. I love learning new stuff. And obviously I'm not an engineer, so like he's, he knows stuff and I like to know it. Anyways, while he was here, we got a box from Thrive Market. A big thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. I was so sad that I didn't order a Thrive box while we were in Texas. We were just there for a week, so I was like, oh, we'll just get a few things from the grocery store and call it a day on the way in. I mentioned to you guys, I was like, it's kind of hard to eat healthy here. There's just not, you don't have access to a lot. So if you're like us and live in an area where you need to drive really far or you don't have access to the healthy food options, Thrive is great. Also, if you just want to save on the healthy food options and save on every order, seriously, you're gonna love Thrive. Romeo actually picked this box. I think some of it's gonna be a surprise to both of us, so let's see what we got here. It is membership based too, but they guarantee that you'll get that in savings back or they'll refund you. Like I just love it. Oh, and every annual membership sponsors a free membership for a family in need through their Thrive Gives program. So it's really, really a great company. I think this might be the biggest box that we've gotten from Thrive, so I definitely know that Romeo did it. And it's full of snacks and I love it. Late July jalapeno lime chips. Annie's cheddar cheesy smiles. Veggie chips, love them. I always order them. Chipotle barbecue potato chips. I mean, we're really stacking up on the snacks. Smart Sweets, the peach rings, love them. Oh, Romeo loves the almond butter. Justin's almond butter, and they're like in the packs. Annie's shells and real aged cheddar mac and cheese. Blake's seed-based chocolate chip crispy treats. Crispy snack bars. Strawberry flavored toaster pastries like Pop-Tarts. This was me. For sure. I think these are poppies. I really liked them. I tried them last time for the first time from Thrive, and because everyone like raved about them, and I really liked them. I liked the watermelon flavor, and I think I got like the strawberry, the Good Crisps, like little packs of Pringles and things, and a box of kettle chips. So definitely this one was a snack oriented box, but they have tons of different things. You can really shop their website or their app like a grocery store. You can go down every aisle. You can get things for your home. I've gotten candles before. I've gotten clean beauty products there as well. I'm trying out some Belly Balm. I've been a Thrive Market member since 2021, and I just saw the amount that I've saved total, which is hundreds of dollars. On this particular order, I saved $25.07. Highly recommend if you haven't tried them out already or just taken a look at their website. I'll leave my link for you guys. It's thrivemarket.com/exomckenna, and you guys can get 30% off your first order and a free gift valued up to $60. So it just went from beautiful and sunny to raining, like pouring. It's pouring down rain. I don't know where I live anymore. I don't know when I signed up for this. My plants are very happy. My roses are growing, which I showed you guys this morning. If you saw, I love going and seeing like them sprouting and starting to grow. It makes me really happy. It's my happy place. So it's killed some of my to-do list items for today. So I've moved on to a different one. My mom actually reminded me. I was like, what am I supposed to do in the rain? And she was like, I thought you were going to paint something on this art over here. And I was like, yeah, but I was scared. I was like, I didn't know if I actually wanted to do it. I thought it was a good idea, but I didn't know if I actually wanted to do it. If you guys remember, I made these. I actually made the whole frame and everything. They're solid wood. And, well, it's like a wood frame, and then I put plywood on top of it and then did like a plaster texture. Very heavily texture. I used joint compound, and then I did like a mixture of, you know, just like neutral paints. And I had them on each side of the fireplace in our apartment for a while. I mean, until we moved. Moving in here, these were the biggest pieces of art that I have. And this wall is massive. This is where eventually I want to do like bookshelves because it's just like, it's blank. But those were the biggest pieces I had. So I was like, oh, they're kind of cool together, like a pair. But now I'm like, okay, they could be like, they're just kind of like there. They're nice, but they, you know. And so I didn't know what I really wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to add color or my mom said, she was like, do a landscape. And I was like, easy for the artist to say. I don't, that skill doesn't come as naturally to me, I feel like, as it does her. She said, it's easy. I was like, it's easy. I don't know. And I have painted before, and I've been painting in my notebook from summer, you know, like a little bit, but like, not like my mom. Look at, this is not something I can do. I know my limits. It would take me a long time of practice and learning to do this, which is what she has. I cannot do this. By the way, if you like this, she does have this digitally on her Etsy shop. So if you really like this, you can have it printed for your house. It's really beautiful. I love it. I have the original though. So we're gonna do it. It's raining, we're gonna do it. And like we always say, and like my mom reminded me, it's just paint. You can paint over it if it doesn't look good. So we're gonna go for it. But I think I'm gonna use gouache paint. I think I'm gonna use the same paint that I've been using in my books because I think I'm gonna have the most coloring, you know, the colors that I'm gonna need to do like kind of a landscape. I don't know, we're just gonna go for it. Let's paint. Let's paint in a rainy day. And then later I wanna make some soup for dinner because I wanna make like a lentil soup. So I found a recipe. So we're gonna do that later too. Don't really know where to begin. It's kind of intimidating. To be honest, I was like, I pulled up, I like Pinterest, like landscape, like images, just like landscapes in different parts of the world to kind of like get inspiration. And I definitely want them to be mates. Like I want kind of like to do like a ground, I think, and then have it continue at that same level and have them kind of like join together. My mom was like, just use this as like the sky, you know, like you've already got like the under painting and the underlayment. I feel like I want this side taller of a landscape, like here-ish, like there, and then it'll come down, come across this way. And I don't want to do like, you know, like half the page is like a landscape. Like I want the majority of it in the sky. So it'll kind of, the landscape will kind of sit towards the bottom. So we're not, I don't know. So if you've never painted with gouache paint before, I guess in a way it's somewhere between an acrylic and a watercolor because you can, you know, you kind of like water it down just a tad. And I got these really pretty like sets that had different colors. Like these are more browns, golds, and reds. So these would be good for like the tree, like trunks of the tree. These are more like spring colors because I've got like some grays. Like this is kind of all, there's one green in this one. And then I guess I have light green here. Kind of get some water. Now for the scary part. And I kind of want it like abstract. Because when I say abstract, it allows me to not be perfect. It's like, oh, I meant to do that. I'm kind of into it. I'm kind of very into it. Okay. Just kind of like making like abstract dry brushed strokes, if that makes sense. Like not a ton of color and paint on my brush. And this plaster is kind of absorbing a lot of it, so it's not really allowing me to move it around, which is actually creating a dry brush look, which is kind of cool. You guys, it's been a while. I've made a mistake, a very grave mistake. I had to call reinforcements. I had to call my mom, figure out what we think my mistake was using gouache, right? I can't build on it. It keeps reactivating the gouache because it's really a watercolor. And so every time you put a new paint color that has water base in it, it's like activating the color underneath, and then it puts that color in your new color. I can't get anywhere. And I started too dark. I went rogue. I don't know why this was a good idea today.
You've gone rogue before. You're not, yeah.
Apparently I've gone rogue several times in my life. Well, yeah.
Just usually it works out.
It's usually a happy accident. I'm like, I tried something. This is not it. This is wrong. So we're abandoning the gouache and we brought out the acrylics. So I think we should go back to the dry one because I just messed this one up. This one's looking like Mardi Gras over here. I don't like it. This one is probably dry enough. I had a whole bunch of acrylics. I have more than this actually. What do I do now?
Do you like the green you put on the bottom?
I do not like the green I put. I think it's too like jarring, like too intense of a change. For some reason in my head I was like, oh, this is like the underpainting. You know how you tell me like, oh, this is the underpainting. I was like, I'm just doing an underpainting.
Okay, so
what do I do?
we're gonna try to match that color you have on. That
We're gonna go back to what I had before.
Just to shimmy out that line you've got.
Okay, so we're basically gonna go for the same, like this color.
Yeah, kind of between those two.
How about this Titan buff? So we're painting over this top line here.
Not solid, just kind of making it.
We're dry brushing it.
We can, but
use your words.
Well, you're making it so definite. You know, it's just such a line of demarcation. Yeah. We're gonna kind of make it wispier, kind of far away looking.
Okay. Oh, I'm so stressed.
Don't be stressed. It's just paint.
Well, when I used gouache before, I never I guess I was doing my book and I never layered the paints. If a part was I knew going into it what I wanted. This I was just like, not like, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go over this line. I'm gonna go like this.
No, I don't know.
What is
Like that? What goes like that? The horizon is that horizontal. Not
you
vertical.
paint side to side?
Yeah, just a horizontal.
Oh, I did every bit of this up and down.
Side to side.
So I'm gonna go over this line, side to side.
Kind of, and just kind of wispy.
What does that mean?
Just kind of mess it up. Just mess it up. Don't make it so perfect. Slower.
Slow. And the gouache is even mixing with this.
It is.
What am I supposed to do?
Bad. Just make it like that. That's not bad. Keep going, but don't go straight across. Go with the angle of the hill you're doing. Yeah, there you go. You have one stroke, I swear. Just to the left, 2 inches to the right, 2 inches to the left.
Oh, you want me to do the whole thing?
No! Do a little bit at a time. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to book an air flare to go up there and finish these paintings. Oh my God.
Just little strokes?
Yeah, just kind of little stroke, kind of like you mean to do it, not like you're just gonna.
I don't mean to do it.
I don't even know how to give you an example. Just kind of work on that line.
Okay.
You're making me crazy. See, you're kind of just making the horizon, making it look like that line is far away. That it already looks better.
It does?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't look like you're in first grade and you're.
Well, that's kind of the level I'm at with painting. I mean,
That looks good, babe. That looks really good.
you know, just so everyone knows, I can build a house with my own hands. Okay?
This picture should be a breeze.
That's what you say.
Don't make a straight line.
Are you supposed to use your fingers when you paint?
Huh?
We went back to first grade. I was trying to wipe it with my finger.
All the way to the edge of the canvas.
Oh, yeah.
All the way out. Maybe come down a little bit there. And it's not. Nature, like I said, isn't straight lines ever. Hardly ever. There, that looks good. Perfect.
Oh, that looks much better.
Huh?
That looks much better.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was stressing. You don't ever,
Well, you never did it before. You
No.
build a house and I paint the paintings.
Very serious question is if I need a little house somewhere, like a little housey here. I feel like I could paint a house if I can build one. Might need a thinner brush than that. I'm going for it. started, this is how we ended up. Much better. I did need guidance. I was lost. I was very frustrated. I was ready to give up and just paint it back. Actually spending the time, once I got into like a groove and I felt really good about it, I zoned out and was able to like relax and just like kind of like, you know, like my therapy when I paint a room, that's kind of kicked in for me and it felt a lot better. But my mom literally had to guide me through like, you need to blend. Blending is your friend. And like, you know, just like those things. I've never taken a painting class or done anything like that. So I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's too bad, actually. So now I have to do this one. Using the gouache first and trying to build on it was a fail. But using the gouache first, letting it dry, and then using acrylic actually kind of worked in my favor because I was able to use the green that was there from the gouache and then activate it with water and blend it into the acrylic so that it kind of blended all of my hills and my different like dimensions. I mean, is it perfect? No. Am I a painter? No. Like it ain't bad. And we already had these. I just wanted to try something different with this pieces that I made. They've been like that for 5 or 6 years. I hope you guys like what I was able to accomplish. Art is subjective, so not everyone will like it, but it's just a landscape. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Our soup was really good. I'll leave the recipe linked for you if you wanted to try it. Yeah, exciting things. I hope to hear back about the kitchen really, really soon. And don't forget to check out Thrive. And if you join today, you'll get 30% off your first order and a free gift valued up to $60. I'll leave the link. Kinsley and I are not going to tackle the next painting today. I'm pretty tired of sitting on this stool. I think it's kind of like hurting my back being pregnant and stuff. So I can't sit here for another like 3 hours or so while I kind of like fix that or more. So we'll tackle it another day. Leaving it like that looks a little weird, but I'll see you guys really soon for another video. Bye, guys. It ain't bad. My house is a little crooked, though. It's not very straight. I kept trying to make it straight. Maybe I'll fix that too later.